Now, as the Cavs get ready for their playoff series opener against Toronto, the matchup on paper looks pretty close, but sometimes the real edge doesn't always show up in the stats.
From mascots to music and everything in between, here's Mike Polk-Jr. on the reasons that Cleveland just may have the advantage.
Well, Cavs fans, we all made it through another 82-game regular season that was wrought with twists and turns, lineup changes, and new faces that we met along the way. We watched the Cavs compete in exciting games against the most elite teams in the NBA, and also endured lopsided victories against the Sacramento Kings that didn't end until 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. In other words, we regular fans have paid our regular season dues for the past 6 months, and we're now more than ready for the next 6 months of postseason basketball to begin. For us, that starts in Cleveland here on Saturday, where the Cavs were able to secure that coveted 1 p.m. tip-off time against their longtime northern nemesis, the Toronto Raptors, in what many NBA analysts are predicting will be the most international first-round matchup of the year. Only time will tell. The Cavs have a fairly dominant postseason history with the Raptors, having eliminated them in 3 consecutive playoff series from 2016 to 2018. But those were, of course, totally different teams than the 2 that will face off this weekend. As we know, the Raptors actually swept the 3-game series against the Cavs this year, though it should be noted that all of those games took place before the team made some key personnel improvements, such as acquiring James Harden and exiling Lonzo Ball to the barren deserts of Utah. But I'm not here to break down player matchups in this series. Here at WKYC, we have a crackerjack sports department that's in charge of that. I'm here today to compare the intangibles, the kind of factors that don't necessarily show up in the stat line, but that can still profoundly affect a playoff series such as this one. And the good news is, after running the numbers, I believe Cleveland has a definitive edge in the most crucial categories, such as team mascots. Let's start here, where the Cavs have a clear advantage in the form of Moondog, the high-flying, lovable all-star mascot whose name is a clever homage to Cleveland's status as the birthplace of rock and roll, as opposed to the Raptors mascot, who is a raptor whose name is Raptor. What a testament to Canadian imagination. Next, let's compare regional signature dishes. Toronto has poutine and Cleveland has the Polish boy. And honestly, this is a push. Neither of these things should probably even be food, let alone the official food of a place. So no one wins here, and it shouldn't factor into our playoff series. Next, Tim Hortons versus Dunkin'. I'm not looking to create an international incident because I know there are strong opinions on both sides of this issue, but Dunkin's donuts apparently have more caloric intake than Hortons. So technically you're getting more bang for your buck there. Cavs win. Next, confounding downtown art installations. Toronto has this thing sitting in front of their city hall that looks like a nightmarish Tetris piece, whereas downtown Cleveland features the freestand, widely regarded as one of humankind's highest artistic achievements. Advantage Cavs. Finally, let's end on an easy one by comparing our respective cities' most notable hip-hop artists, in which Cleveland's Bone Thugs and Harmony can inarguably claim superiority over embattled try-hard rapper Drake, whom, despite his commercial success, cannot touch the street credibility of Busy Bone, Flesh and Bone, Crazy Bone, or Lazy Bone. Advantage Cavs, and that's a wrap. As I think we've clearly illustrated here today, even if these teams seem fairly well matched on the court, when you take into account the various off-court factors, I think we can feel pretty good about our odds in this round 1 Canadian invasion. Regardless, we're a boot to find out, eh? This is Mike, denouncing the metric system and team solidarity for 3 News.